Hi guys, welcome back to Afro Beauty Braids channel. I am so excited to share what I'm going to share with you today. It's going to be a fairly short video. Before I do that, it's Irene once again welcoming you back. I have to apologize. Last week I wasn't able to put a video out because I had a migraine. So yeah, I just took a break from that, but today we are back on track. So I know that I had promised in my previous video that I would show you how I put together my hair stroke body butter, and today that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. I have two butters. I'll show you the ingredients. So one of the butters I use is the Shea butter. As you can see, it's organic. And then I also like using raw cocoa butter. This butter has such a great smell. I like the smell of cocoa butter. I buy this from Amazon, and I'll put it in the description box if I can get the links from Amazon. And I'll show you also what it looks like. There are various types on Amazon, but these are the types that I've bought. I buy these big containers, and I want to tell you these almost last me 9 months because I keep using just a little bit of each, as you will see. So these are the butters that we are going to need in this video that I use. Okay, I'll put that aside. And then I also use oils that I mix in those butters. If you don't mix oil in those butters, it's almost impossible to use them because they are very they harden up. And what I want to achieve is a kind of a cream. Okay, you'll get what I mean after as we go through the video. So the oils I use virgin coconut oil. This you can get from your grocery store. I love my avocado oil. I just love avocado oil. It's just so good for your skin, for your hair. But just make sure that I don't know, whatever country you're in, that it's pure, or sometimes they put virgin. Just make sure it's not so processed. And of course I use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. All of these, like these three, I bought from my grocery store. Okay, I'm sure you can get them. If not, all of these things are available on Amazon. It depends on what type. You can read the reviews and make sure that you buy one that's really good. I go by the reviews. Okay, moving along. I'm going to put the oils aside, and we first deal with the butters. So these are my measurements for the butters. This is the raw cocoa butter. Guys, I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. This is how it's been sold to me in the container that I showed you. They cut it up in kind, it looks like rocks. So I just kind of take out a few because it has such a great scent. You don't need much. Again, make sure it's raw, or it will have indications like unrefined. So it's, in other words, what it means is not processed. We are trying to run away from all the processed stuff. So I like it when I see this, I will obviously go for it. Unrefined, raw, sorry, I was off camera. Unrefined, raw, or 100% natural. That's an indication that it's in its organic or raw form. And then the Shea butter. This is what it looks like in there. As you can see, I keep getting some. It's at the very bottom. So I use these small glass balls as my measurements. As you can see, I left it out. By the way, I keep my butters in the refrigerator. If once I get whatever I need, I keep them in the refrigerator. Especially now that we are getting into summer, it's extremely hot. So you don't want them to be lying around because they're in their raw form. That means they don't have any preservatives. I have bought shea butter before, not from Amazon, I have to say. It was from somewhere else. And I didn't keep it in the refrigerator, and I found mold. So, having said that, I think this shea butter was tampered with in the processing, in the process of packaging it. They must have mixed it with something else, and so I learned the hard way. I just keep it in the refrigerator. Once I found this on Amazon and it works for me, since then I've decided to stick to this. Now I kept it out of the refrigerator last night, and it's kind of soft, as you can see, but when you keep it in the refrigerator, it's not that soft. Okay, so these are kind of my measuring bowls. So I have one bowl of shea butter, and I have one bowl of the raw cocoa butter. Okay, my next step is to melt the butters and then mix the oils, as I will show you. So I'll put this to the side, grab a glass bowl that wouldn't break, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit this bowl on a pot or pan of hot water that has boiled, but then switch it off, because we don't want too much heat while melting our butters. Right now I have some water boiling on the stove, and I'll show you how I do it. So moving along, put the butters in, or empty the butters into the bowl like so. Yeah, as you can see there, the butter is very thick, but the oils will kind of help in the whipping process. Okay, that's the butter now. I am going to let this bowl, as I'll show you, sit on water that has boiled or just started to boil. So guys, moving along, this is my water that's boiling. I think that's boiled enough. I'll turn off the stove because I don't want it to keep boiling. And this is the bowl where the butters are, and I'll just leave it on top and give it time. It takes time. So this is something you can do and then run off to do something else. Let the butters melt, but keep checking on them. The shea butter should melt a little quicker than the cocoa butter. Okay, as you can see, the butters are melting, but as they're melting, we can talk about the benefits of the butters that we have in there. Like shea butter is so good for your skin. It nourishes your skin and promotes clarity. It also helps with all the dryness. This butter is so good, especially in the cold weather, but equally in the dry weather too. It takes away the blemishes, the black spots, or the discoloration, so you kind of have the same skin tone, right? So it's so good. It's claimed that it also helps with wrinkles. I'll tell you for sure that I use this same butter mixture to take off my makeup. If I have makeup on, I just rub a bit of that butter on my skin and then wipe it off with a baby wipe, and then go ahead and wash my face. It leaves my face so soft, my facial skin so soft. So you can see the butters are starting to melt. Remember, the stove is turned off, so it's just the hot water at the bottom that's helping these butters to melt. So guys, as we watch the butter melt, on the other hand, cocoa butter almost has this, well, kind of has the same advantages as the shea butter. It helps with wrinkles, it helps to even out your skin, it helps with marks on your skin, like very small, when you get a small wound and you have your skin darkened, it kind of evens out that skin tone. these butters have fatty acids which hydrate and nourish the skin, but they don't just nourish and hydrate your skin, they also nourish and hydrate your hair. So they have a good level of moisture. They create a protective barrier over your hair, and so it helps to hold in the moisture. So imagine I'm mixing shea butter and cocoa butter, which means that the advantages to your hair and your skin are kind of doubled. These are butters that are really used a lot, especially in West Africa. It's kind of just catching up. You see products over here on the shelf that have a small note that says they contain shea butter or cocoa butter, but the percentage, I guess, is very small. So for me, I feel like the advantage of you doing this at home is that you have as much as you want or need. I mean, not to overdo it, of course, but yeah, this is this is very good. Okay, the butter continues to melt. Eventually we are going to add in the coconut oil. Now, how does it change from the butters, the coconut oil, the olive oil, and the avocado oil? The oils also help to protect your hair and your skin. They have antioxidants, especially coconut oil, and it's also a very good base for exfoliating or creating an exfoliator for your skin. So yeah, some people go ahead and also add vitamin E oil, like a little bit of that, once the butter is ready to be whipped. But right now, when it's still hot, or rather warm, it's actually not hot, it's just warm, it wouldn't be advisable to drop in your vitamin E oil. Okay, so you might ask yourself, why do we have to melt these butters? It helps for them to blend. They all blend in well. So the shea butter and the cocoa butter are now mixing. And also, just to stress, it takes a lot of patience. If you're in a hurry, I wouldn't advise you to start this process, because you could be tempted to just let it boil, and that means it kills a lot of properties in the butters which you don't want to lose. Okay, so as you can see, we are slowly getting there. Once all the butters melt, then we put in the coconut oil, we put in the olive oil, and we put in the avocado oil. As you can see, it's finally all melted and kind of blended together. I'll grab my coconut oil and then pour it in. So guys, I've made my measurements of the coconut oil. I basically used the same glass bowl, and I just put half of the coconut oil, and I'm going to pour it in with the rest of the shea butter and cocoa butter. I wish you were here. It smells so good. All you smell is the cocoa butter. The smell is so good. I'm just going to make sure everything is in here. Okay. So our next step is to put this in the refrigerator. I'm going to cover it, put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and then it starts to solidify again. Now that all my butters and the coconut oil is blended in, this is when you can put in the vitamin E oil. If you're doing it strictly for your hair, you can add in the peppermints, the eucalyptus, the lavenders, depending on what your scalp condition is. So guys, this is what the butter looks like right now. I think I'm going to put it back to solidify just a little bit more. As you can see, what you see here is what I've collected from the sides of the bowl. Now I don't want it to be so solid, but I'll put it back for a few, probably 15 minutes or less, and then start to whip it together with the rest of the oils. So guys, I think this is it. It looks like it went back to, it's not too solid, it's still a little bit soft, so I should be able to whip it. I'm going to transfer this into a deeper bowl so that when I'm whipping, it's not flying all over the place. This is going to quicken the process. I'm in the process of scooping out the butter. Once it's out of the refrigerator, it starts to solidify, as you can see. It's already kind of softening up. Okay, without wasting so much time, I'm going to use my measuring cup. This is a third of the measuring cup. You know the baking cups? This is a third of the cup. And I'll start off with half of a third olive oil, and the other third is avocado oil. And I'll start from there. So I'll keep testing, and if it's too solid, if it's too hard, I will continue to add the oils as I go along. Okay, we're going to start whipping. This is what I'm going to be using to whip the batter. So I start off with a very, this is what it looks like. So guys, as you can see, I have been whipping it and it's starting to look like a cream. And it's very, very moisturizing. Can you see that? It's because a little bit goes a long way. You just need a little bit on your skin. I'll go ahead with the whipping. So guys, we're at the end of the process. This is the end product. It's very fluffy. Look at that. But you get the fluffiness from whipping it. I use this butter on my hair and my daughter's hair. We also use it on our skins. The reason why I like it is that it does not irritate our skin, and it's also good for our hair. So either way, yeah, it works wonders for us. These are my containers. You can get these from anywhere, practically anywhere, either from a dollar store or Dollar Tree, or even Amazon. They have all sorts of containers. So that's how we keep our cream. A little bit goes a long way, so it takes a while for this cream to be to get finished. We just leave it in a cooler place, like our closet, so on top of the chest of drawer. So while you're dressing up, you just moisturize your body or your hair. Okay, this is our end product. I was able to get one container and just a little bit in there. Now, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. This is going to last us for about, sometimes even 2 months. Yeah, that's all I had to share with you today. I hope this inspires you to do your own body or hair cream. Like I said, pay attention to these products while you use them. These products are not for every every hair type. This product is so good in the dry weather. If you're experiencing a lot of itching and dry skin, oh yes, this is the way to go. It has a beautiful smell of the cocoa butter as well, if you like the smell of cocoa butter. So that's the end of what I had to share today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there's something you have picked from this. I hope you will try it. I love to experiment. I hope you do too. Okay, I'll see you in my next video next week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. Leave us a comment and a thumbs up. Let us know how we are doing. I always want to hear or have feedback from my viewers. If you were new and were just passing by, go through our channel, see the content. If you like it, we would be more than happy to have you as our new subscriber. Okay, bye bye.